What would you do if you knew someone had predicted a specific date that could change the world? In the small town of Medjugorje, Bosnia and Herzegovina, a mysterious figure is shaking many hearts with a prophecy that could turn the world upside down. Ivan, one of the seers who claims to receive messages directly from the Virgin Mary, has announced a date that leaves everyone holding their breath. But what exactly did Ivan say? What is this date, and what does it mean for the world's future? Stay with us to find out whether these revelations are true or just a product of fervent imagination. Before we delve into the mystery of this prophecy, be sure to subscribe to the channel and activate notifications to stay updated on the latest news that traditional media often ignores. The Medjugorje prophecy revolves around a cycle of Marian apparitions that allegedly began in June 1981 in the small village of Medjugorje in Bosnia and Herzegovina, then part of Yugoslavia. 6 children, now known as the Medjugorje visionaries, Ivan Dragicevic, Mirjana Dragicevic, Vika Ivankovic, Maria Pavlovich, Ivanka Ivankovic, and Yakov Kolo, claim to have seen the Virgin Mary and to have received messages and prophecies from her. Over time, they became known as the messengers of Our Lady of Medjugorje, and their story transformed the town into one of the world's most important pilgrimage sites. According to the seers, the Virgin Mary regularly appeared, delivering messages of both spiritual and prophetic nature. The messages mainly concerned calls for conversion, prayer, and peace. Moreover, the visionaries stated that Mary revealed 10 secrets to them regarding future events. Some of these secrets are personal for the seers, while others will have a global impact. Mirjana Dragicevic declared that 3 days before each secret occurs, a priest chosen by her will announce it to the world. The main messages revolve around themes of peace, prayer, and conversion. The Virgin Mary is said to have urged people to pray the Rosary, observe fasting, and participate more frequently in the sacraments, particularly confession and the Eucharist. She also called for unity and reconciliation among individuals, families, and nations. Furthermore, one of the central messages of the Medjugorje apparitions concerns preparation for the return of Christ. The visionaries claim that the Virgin Mary spoke of a time of trial for the world, during which spiritual preparation will be crucial. The exact nature of this trial is part of the secrets not yet revealed, but the Virgin is said to have indicated that through faith and prayer, people would be protected. The Catholic Church has not yet given an official judgment on the supernatural nature of the Medjugorje apparitions. However, in 2010, Pope Benedict XVI established a special commission to examine the phenomenon. Later, Pope Francis authorized official pilgrimages to Medjugorje while emphasizing that this does not constitute an official recognition of the apparitions. The apparitions and messages have been enthusiastically received by many believers, who find in them a reinforcement of their faith. However, there are also detractors, including some members of the Church, who have expressed doubts about the seers' credibility and the supernatural nature of the events. Some critics suggest that the messages are too vague or influenced by the personal beliefs of the seers. Despite the controversies, Medjugorje remains an important spiritual center, attracting millions of pilgrims annually from around the world. The pilgrims often report experiences of conversion, healing, and inner peace after their journey to Medjugorje. For many believers, the Medjugorje prophecy represents a divine call to prepare for a new era of global peace, unity, and reconciliation. In the Medjugorje apparitions, the visionaries often claim to receive detailed and sometimes prophetic messages from the Virgin Mary. One of them, Ivan Dragicevic, recently received a message with a specific date believed to be significant for an event of great importance. Although he has not released further details about what might happen, this information has sparked a series of speculations and fears among the faithful. Many pilgrims and believers worldwide interpreted this message as a possible warning of an impending catastrophic event. Others see it as a call for conversion and spiritual preparation to face a challenging period. Without explicit revelation of the event's nature, interpretations vary, and some fuel fears of potential natural or other disasters. However, the Medjugorje visionaries have always emphasized that the Virgin's messages should be understood as exhortations to prayer, conversion, and inner peace. The presumed secrets and prophecies are considered by many believers as a call to spiritual preparation for the future, to face any trial with faith and trust. These messages, while generating debate and speculation, strengthen the conviction among believers of the importance of living in accordance with Christian values, spreading peace and love in the world. The message received by Ivan Dragicevic during one of his latest apparitions in Medjugorje, with a specific date and tone many interpret as a divine warning, has elicited diverse reactions among believers and skeptics. The latter are often divided into two camps, each with its interpretation of Ivan's words. Many faithful see Ivan's words as an urgent signal from the Virgin Mary. For them, the message represents a call to conversion and spiritual preparation. They believe the specific date indicates an important and potentially catastrophic event and consider this warning an opportunity to improve their spiritual life, draw closer to faith, intensify practices of prayer and sacraments, and live in peace with themselves and others. They interpret the message as a divine invitation to reflect on their behavior to contribute to a more harmonious world and prepare for a trial or change. On the other hand, skeptics question the supernatural nature of the messages. They believe Ivan's words are meant to generate fear and anxiety among the faithful, exploiting their faith to fuel religious fervor and attract more pilgrims to Medjugorje. Some skeptics suggest using a specific date is a strategy to make the message more credible but is a gimmick to keep attention on the location and ensure a steady flow of visitors. This dichotomy of opinions reflects the diverse perspectives surrounding Medjugorje. For many, the apparitions and messages are an inspiration to live by deeper spiritual and human values, while others view them as controversial or manipulative phenomena. The Catholic Church has so far maintained a neutral stance and has not given a definitive judgment but acknowledges Medjugorje's importance as a pilgrimage site for millions of believers worldwide. Some critics argue that over the years, other alleged prophecies regarding future events have been spread, many of which have not materialized. Such precedents have contributed to skepticism about the truth of the prophecies, and these criticisms have fueled doubts about the supernatural nature of the Medjugorje revelations. Skeptics argue that some previous revelations were too generic or based on assumptions easily refuted over time. This, they believe, is a sign that the messages could be influenced by the seer's personal beliefs and not by a genuine divine source. Nevertheless, Medjugorje devotees firmly believe this time, the revelation is serious. They believe that the specific date announced by Ivan indicates a crucial event perceived as a clear warning to prepare spiritually and morally. They consider the unrealized previous prophecies part of the mystery of faith or a manifestation of divine mercy, which has given humanity more time to convert and find peace. For believers, the message is an exhortation to live in harmony with Christian principles. Pray for peace and conversion, and prepare spiritually for any future changes. This conviction is reinforced by the personal experiences of pilgrims who, through prayer and reflection in Medjugorje, have found renewed hope, healing, and faith. The message received by Ivan Dragicevic, regardless of interpretation, appears as a universal invitation to lead a more mindful and spiritually enriched life. Ivan urges people to find peace and reconciliation through faith, emphasizing the risks of materialism and the loss of moral and spiritual values. In line with the messages of the Marian apparitions of Medjugorje, Ivan's call invites everyone, believers and non-believers alike, to reflect on how they live their lives. He warns against the distractions of the modern world, such as rampant consumerism and individualism, instead encouraging people to rediscover the values of compassion, love for others, and sharing. The invitation to prayer, fasting, and conversion is meant to reconnect with one's spiritual dimension and cultivate a sense of inner peace. According to Ivan, faith can help overcome life's difficulties, keeping a sense of hope and positivity even in adverse situations. The message conveyed by Ivan underscores the importance of pursuing reconciliation with oneself and others, abandoning judgment and resentment, and seeking unity through faith and universal values. This call resonates deeply among the faithful, many of whom have experienced a sense of healing and reconciliation through their faith and spiritual practices encouraged in Medjugorje. Do you believe Ivan's prophecy is an authentic warning, or do you think it's just a way to manipulate people? Let us know your opinion in the comments by writing the word Ivan. If you want to stay informed about stories like this, hit like and subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss the next videos. Ivan Dragicevic shared a message that sparked debate and reflection among believers and skeptics. The warning related to a specific date has been interpreted by many as a possible signal of an imminent epochal change, while others remain more cautious in drawing definitive conclusions. Whatever the result, only time will tell if this message will indeed mark a significant turning point. Meanwhile, it's essential to keep monitoring developments and remain focused on what truly matters in life. Regardless of what happens, living each day with awareness and focusing on what has spiritual, relational, and moral value can help find serenity and meaning. This is the essence of Ivan's message: to pursue peace and reconciliation with oneself and others. Living with attention to what enriches our spirit,